I shook up the world! I shook up the world! I shook up the world!
Hey there champs, welcome back to another round of Manny's Boxing World. And in today's round, we're going to be talking about Errol Spence versus Terence Crawford fight and how bad did Errol Spence look right before the fight and the possible causes. And if these causes are really true, these causes will change the pound for pound rankings. And we're going to be talking about that next. But before that guys, if you guys are not subscribed, please punch and knock out that subscription button. That way you'll never see it again. And ding the notification bell. That way you never miss any of my new boxing videos. Alright guys, let's get to the round. Ding, ding.
Let's go, champ! Let's go, champ!
Alright guys, let's get started. Okay, Andre Ward's trainer, Virgil Hunter, said that he had information why Errol Spence looked the way he did on the fight night. Okay guys, Virgil Hunter said that Errol Spence overworked himself by running up the hills in the hot sun for 5 miles and 1 week leading up to the fight, and that is the way that he looked. That's the reason that he looked the way he did, and I do believe so myself because I have had boxing training before. Alright guys, remember Virgil Hunter is a trainer of Andre Ward, and he is the one that said that Errol Spence didn't look good in a fight during the camp, and he is the trainer of Andre Ward. So Andre Ward on a live stream, he like laughs and claps. He goes, oh yeah, I know this fight is not gonna go past 8. I guarantee you that. So I think Andre Ward already knew that Errol Spence was depleted and sluggish, and you know, like basically looks like he did a marathon. He looked really tired, and I believe Andre Ward already knew this, so he already knew there was something going on with Errol Spence. I believe if Andre Ward knew this, I believe Terence Crawford knew this as well. That's why I believe Terence Crawford went easy on Errol Spence in a couple of rounds. I believe he could have finished Errol Spence a bunch of times, and he was just feeling sorry for Errol Spence because that's what it looked like to me. I did notice something about Errol Spence when his eyes were glossy and red, and he looked fatigued and sluggish. I didn't really think anything of it because I thought that he smoked weed, like maybe some sativa right before the fight to ease his nerves, because this is one of the biggest fights of his career up to now, and I believe that's the reason that he did that, and let me explain why. Okay guys, back in the day when I used to box, I never really got high before I sparred, but one time I did because the people that used to do it told me that it would change your perception in the ring for the better. When I used to spar, it was a lot with this guy named Ricky, and so we had sparred like maybe once a week together, and one time I did smoke weed right before I sparred with him, and he told me, oh man, today you were fighting totally different, you caught me off guard, you were actually trying to avoid punches and trying to counter a lot of my punches, instead of before I was coming a press forward fighter, just like not letting him breathe and anything like that. But he told me, oh wow, you did change it. How did you change your style like in a week? And he goes, I told him, well, nah, just you know. So that's the reason I didn't really pay attention to Errol Spence sluggishness and eye gloss, because I've been seeing Errol Spence fight a lot, and that guy always looks high. So I thought that was just how he trains with weed, because there was a lot of people back when I used to box, they used to train with weed. So I just thought Errol Spence just looks high and acts high and talks high, and I really didn't think anything of it because I knew fighters back in the day that used to train like that, and I did it myself too, and it does help. Also guys, in another note, AM Media said that Errol Spence was injured in sparring 6 weeks right before the fight, and he was not allowed to spar before the fight, and that would suck. That would add a lot more ring rust for a 2-year layoff almost.
In sparring, I injured you with the body shot. I am sorry. Are you okay?
Guys, that was the worst performance of Errol Spence that I have ever seen, and I'm a fan of Errol Spence. And this was the best performance of Crawford that I have ever seen. And why couldn't Crawford beat up any of his older opponents like that? He couldn't even beat up Evanesian like that. Evanesian did a lot better than Errol Spence did. So I believe there was something more to it than just Crawford was just a much better fighter. I don't believe that. Okay guys, if all these speculations are true, I do want to see the rematch at 154, but I would not pay at 147 because Errol Spence obviously cannot make the weight. He's killing himself going to the sun and running up the sun, right? Trying to make the weight and lose the weight. And he obviously can't do it without suffering performance. So I would not pay for this fight at 147. But at 154, I will. Yeah, for sure. Just make sure I'm not paying at 147, but at 154, I will. Just, yeah.
This is the rematch. Yeah, boy, the rematch.
Guys, I would not want to see Errol Spence fight at 147 again. But if he does, I'm streaming that fight. I'm not paying for 147 again. You guys already seen what happened. And I'm a big fan of Errol Spence. I don't want Errol Spence to go out like that twice in a row. At 154, I believe it's a much closer fight because if I was Errol Spence, I would add 7 pounds of fat, not muscle. Because if you add 147, that's 7 pounds, 154, right? Don't add muscle. You can't even carry the muscle you got right now with the fat you have. So what makes you think that? No, you have to add fat. You know, look at Benavidez and look at Shakur Stevenson. They don't really get tired, right? And they have energy all throughout the fight, but they're not the most ripped. Fat equals energy. Alright guys, I need to hear this from Errol Spence myself, but if this is all true, this does change the pound for pound rankings because anyway beat Fulton, and we all know Fulton was at 100%, and Errol Spence wasn't at 100%, so he was drained and sluggish. He looked really tired, guys, like if you just did a marathon and or you just swam like crazy, you know, like you get tired like that. You look really high once you get tired like that, and it takes you a long time to recover. So Terence Crawford, you're number 2, and anyways number 1, and Errol Spence is number 3 because we all know he was drained, and that's the reason he lost. If not, if I didn't know all this information, Errol Spence would not even be in the top 5 because of his poor performance. If this is all true, it takes away from Terence Crawford's credit that he beat Errol Spence. But I really do doubt that he would beat Errol Spence at 154 at 100% because I'm a fit person myself. If you see my thumbnail, I'm ripped. So, well, not as ripped right now, but yeah, I can get there if I want to. It sucks because fat equals energy, and I want to look like that, but I wish I had the energy that I have right now. You know, I'm probably like 12% body fat in my thumbnail. I'm like 7 or 8% body fat, and that's really not sustainable. I did it just to shoot that picture, and I was going to Miami, and I didn't want to. I wanted to look good, you know. And alright guys, that's all I really have for you guys today. Please comment below what you guys think, if Errol Spence was really drained or not. And I believe so. That performance was way too poor to not to think that. He didn't look the same. I even said that before all these things came out. I was like, man, Errol Spence looked different. He looked puffy. You know, comment below if you guys really do think that and you guys want to see it at 147 or 154, or if you think 154 will make a difference. Let me know, comment below, and I'll write to everyone back. But that's all I have for you guys today, guys. If you guys ain't subscribed, please punch and knock out that subscription button. That way you never see it again, and ding the notification bell. That way you never miss any new boxing videos. Alright guys, the round is over. Ding ding.